ABC Sports presents high school basketball. Tonight's game is brought to you by Doan Ford, West 40 Auto Sales, WB Green Insurance, Fresh Start Flooring, Snode State Farm Insurance, Crum-Richards Insurance, Southeastern Med, and patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance.
Good evening and welcome to girls high school basketball tonight from Caldwell High School. The Caldwell Lady Redskins will entertain cross-county rival, the Lady Zeps of Shenandoah. Both teams coming in off of wins. The Redskins come in at 6-9 after a win at Newcomerstown, and the Lady Zeps come in after a win against Buckeye Trail, which was a wild and woolly basketball game, and the Lady Zeps came out on top. So that sets the stage for tonight's game here between these two rivals, and it's just defensively, I think, is what's gonna play the key tonight on both ends of the floor.
Most definitely, it's going to be very competitive on both sides of the ball, and whoever can get that aggressive front over the other team is definitely going to have the upper hand in tonight's matchup.
And of course, looking at Shenandoah, they have the advantage in depth, as the Redskins just don't have a whole lot of numbers, so they can't afford to get into foul trouble, and occasionally they do have that tendency.
Oh yeah, they have run into that issue before in the past.
Yes, and Sheridan Archer's going to have a good game on the boards for the Redskins, and Jules Hood, who pretty much makes the Redskins go, she's going to have to really play well on the floor and get the ball where it needs to go. So, with the Zeps, it's the first time I've had the chance to see the Zeps girls play this year. I know that Briley May, Charlie Wickham, and Maya Leach are the three that kind of make the Zeps go. So when you look at the scoring, the Zeps have an advantage there, as they've been able to put points on the board, and sometimes the Redskins girls have struggled in that point. So, we'll have to see what Tut Turner's game plan is tonight for the Redskins, and the same for Sammy Schott on the Zeps bench.
That is correct. It looks like Jules Hood is actually getting some work done on her hands, so let's hope that doesn't affect her ability on both offense and defense tonight.
Yeah, she's a tough one. She's a competitor.
She will play you hard on both sides of the ball the entire game.
My youngest son, Tad, was supposed to be here on the broadcast tonight, but his wife is under the weather, so he opted not to come tonight. But, I think we can get by without his not very much activity and not very much knowledge.
We're going to do the best we can tonight, that's for sure.
Yeah, I keep telling him I forgot more about basketball than he'll ever know, but he doesn't buy into that too much. So,
for those of you who are just joining us, Tad Seekers with our play-by-play, or John Seekers, my apologies. I am Brett Klein with your color commentary. We are live from Caldwell, Ohio tonight for the Shenandoah Zeps at the Caldwell Lady Redskins. We're looking forward to a very competitive matchup tonight between these two teams. It's going to be a good night of action.
Yep, and we might as well throw it back to the station and run some ads and get ready for the introductions and the playing of the national anthem. So with that, we'll send it back to the station. All righty, you call the shots here. And welcome back to Caldwell High School as we get ready for the introduction of the contestants for tonight's game between Shenandoah, the visitors, and the homestanding Lady Redskins. So starting for the Shenandoah Zeps will be, they're introducing the non-starters. So, Kinsey Brown will start. Number 15, Maya Leach. She's one of the leaders. Number 23 will be Charlie Wickham. And number 32 is Briley May. And number 30, Grace Wickander. Now for the Redskins. They are introducing Bree Morgenstern. Must be her birthday.
Your other non-starters. Number 3, Caden Sood. Number 30, Veronica Nicely.
So they go through the non-starters.
Number 25, Gabby Geiler.
Gabby Geiler will be one of the starters. Returning Letterman. Katie Franklin will be the other starter at guard. And number 20 is Allison Ignat. And Jules Hood. And rounding out the starting lineup for the red and white will be Sheridan Archer, the big post player for the Redskins. So we're all set, ready to tee this one up.
And as you mentioned earlier, you can tell that the depth between Caldwell and Shenandoah. Shenandoah has a team and a half on their bench. Meanwhile, Caldwell has probably 4 reserves.
Yeah, that's what I said. The numbers do not favor the Redskins, and so that makes foul trouble a problem for the Redskins. So Sheridan Archer will jump against Briley May. It will be May, Wickander, Leach, Brown, and forgot the Weir. So here we go. And that's controlled by the Redskins. So they'll set their offense against a man-to-man defense by Shenandoah as Charlie Wickham will draw Jules Hood. And that's Ignat. She got a wide lane to the basket, puts it up and in. So Allison Ignat draws the first bucket for the Redskins. They lead it 2-0. As that ball goes down low on a cut down the lane by Charlie Wickham.
There's a strong take by Shenandoah right there.
Yeah, so Wickham gets it up and in.
Both teams are not going to be afraid to attack the paint this game, that is for sure.
Again, it goes inside to the Redskins. Bad pass picked off by Wickham, and she goes the other way under pressure by Jules Hood. And
As we said earlier, she's going to be all over the ball on both sides.
Yep, and she is 3 put up by number 15. That's, forgot that one.
Shot is
Maya
missed,
Leach, yeah.
Rebounded by Sheridan Archer.
So Hood has it, top of the key, looks at the man-to-man. Archer in the corner, throws up a long 3, misses everything. Tipped out of bounds by...
Looks like it was off
of Gabby Geiler.
Tips of Gabby Geiler.
Gabby Geiler, yep. So the Zeps bring it the other way as Kinsey Brown has it. Under pressure by the Redskins.
Inside defense by Caldwell.
Yep, shot up, no good. And rebounded by Ignat, and she brings it into the front court. And Redskins get it to Hood on the wing. Now the Archer in the corner. down low to a cutting Jules Hood, and she's going to be fouled by number 23. That will be the first on Charlie Wickham. Redskins inbounded. Katie Franklin will set the offense. Top of the C, right in the middle of the C. Goes to her right. Stops. Almost throws it away. And it is a turnover as the last touched by Allison Ignat. So another turnover for the Redskins. As Wickander inbounds it to Brown. That's Brown left down the lane. Wickander, bounce pass, over, shot blocked by Archer. Redskins recover. And Jules Hood, a little bit of indecision there, gets called for the double dribble.
Oh, yeah, hesitated a bit.
Yep.
That's what caused her to pick up her dribble and then just...
Yep. And just, that's a little indecision there. So Brown has it.
Very tough
Gets it over to Briley May. Back to May on the wing. Looks at Sheridan Archer. Down in the corner. Coming to baseline. A lot of traffic on the baseline as Wickander gets it out to Maya Leach, and Maya goes down the lane. She's going to be fouled for a 2-shot foul.
Both teams are playing very hard on the ball, that is for sure.
That foul is on Katie Franklin. That's her first. And the first shot up by Maya Leach is no good. So I'll erase that one. Had her making that one. Second one in the air. No good. Spins out. Wickander gets the rebound. That's Wickander down the lane. Charlie Wickham shot no good. And Allison Ignat had the rebound, but couldn't control it out of bounds. So Charlie Wickham will inbound it for the Zeps underneath their own basket. Redskins man-to-man. Finally get it into Leach. And Charlie Wickham puts up the shot from the baseline, no good. And Allison Ignat corrals that rebound. Gets it to Katie Franklin. Over to Jules Hood. Redskins set their offense now. Go to the 1-3-1 set. Katie Franklin, right wing, driving on Charlie Wickham. Wickham trying to knock it away from her. Ignat down low, nice pass. And then Sheridan Archer from 5 feet, missed it. Rebound Shenandoah. As Kinsey Brown comes out with it. Oh, and got away with one there. Gets it over on the nice bounce pass to Briley May, and she knocks it down. 4-2 in favor of Shenandoah. Redskins have it. That's Ignat down the lane. Tries to get it off to Sheridan Archer, and my goodness, here comes a line change.
Team swap for Shenandoah.
It looks like a line change. So good luck with this, guys, including me. Hood throws it inbounds, gets it to Archer. Archer looks, goes baseline, gets it over to Allison Ignat, and she's going to be fouled. And I think that will be on Emmy McVicker. Let's see. As the whole new line change come in for the Shenandoah. No, it's on Emmy House. So we'll give that one to Emmy House. As Ignat will shoot 2. First one is no good. Or no, excuse me, that's Gabby Geiler shooting 2. And Gabby makes the next one. Cuts the lead to 4-3 for the Zeps. Zeps come across as number 3, Emmy House has it, top of the key. 24 is Casey Weir. Number 5 down the lane, throws up a wild one-hand shot. That's Caden Snow. Rebound fought for. Ooh, they are going to get Gabby Geiler for the foul. Her first. Zeps get it in. And there's a travel on number 21, Emmy McVicker. So Emmy turns it over. And here comes some full court pressure by the Zeps. 2-2-1, full court pressure. Redskins get it in. And Hood brings it across. Wow, Geiler throws up one. Rebound Redskins. Hood gets the pass inbounds and lays it up and in.
And that's what you like to see from Hood. She is not afraid to go up against the bigger opponents.
Long shot by number 24. That's Katie Weir, but put up and in by the Zeps. Didn't see who that was. I think, yeah. Oh, and there's a trap on the wing and turnover. Zeps coming the other way,
Yep,
and they kick it out of bounds. Yeah, it was McVicker on the steal. So the pressure causes the turnover as number 3 checks into the ball game. And I don't have her on my list. Zeps get it into number 21. That's Emmy McVicker. As Monica Sievers puts up a shot. It's short but tipped out of bounds by the Redskins. Zeps still have it. Emmy House will inbound. Bounce pass inside to Monica Sievers, and she is tied up. 6-5 in favor of the Zeps. 3 minutes left in the first quarter. As they run their offense to get it inbounds, and they do. As Caden Snow hits a 3 from the wing. 9-5 now in favor of the Zeps as the Redskins face the full court pressure, trying to dribble against it. Finally, Katie Franklin gets it across and will set the offense. Zeps now in a 1-2-2 zone. As they have some length outside with Emmy House. Jules Hood, nice pass inside to Sheridan Archer, and Sheridan lays it up and in. Nice move that time by Sheridan to get post position. Down the lane goes number 21, that's Emmy McVicker. It's blocked, comes back outside. Zeps still have it. Tries another shot by Caden Snow, and it's lost out of bounds. And here comes the line change again. So the 5 starters are back in for Shenandoah. So Katie Franklin will bring it across the timeline. 2 minutes left here, first quarter. Uh-oh, and Charlie Wickham picks her pocket and lays it in at the other end. So that will necessitate a timeout by the Redskins. So we'll take a timeout with them with the score 11-7 here in the first quarter. We'll be back after these messages. And back here at Caldwell High School, still first quarter, 1:38 left to go here. Redskins have it. Try to get it to Hood, tipped out. Redskins trail 11-7. Goes inside to Katie Franklin, and she is going to be tagged by Maya Leach. Whoops. No. Wickbacher. The Redskins get it in. Hood comes around, puts up the 5-foot jumper, missed it. Rebound comes down to the Zeps, and they push it up with Maya Leach. Maya looking inside. Over to Briley May on the right wing. Grace Wickander. And Kinsey Brown off the glass and in. 13-7 in favor of the Zeps as we go below a minute here in this first quarter. As the Redskins now run their offense, that's Ignat being guarded by Kinsey Brown, and Kinsey Brown's going to pick up the foul. Her first. Fourth team foul on the Zeps. So Jules Hood will inbound it. And again, the lob pass to Archer. Archer can't do anything. Gets it back to Hood. Katie Franklin out on the wing. Shot up and good. Three-pointer for Katie Franklin. The Redskins needed that. So here comes Maya Leach. Oh, gets it down inside. And a nice positioning that time by Charlie Wickham for the two.
Yep, and that was a good job by the point guard to find that open teammate and get the ball directly to her.
Sherda just mishandles the ball, and it's taken all the way for the basket off of the turnover by Briley May. And that ends the first quarter of action. The score 17 for the Shenandoah Zeps and 10 for the homestanding Lady Redskins. So we'll take a timeout and be back after this for second quarter action. And welcome back to second quarter action here in this inter-county rivalry between the Shenandoah Zeps and the homestanding Lady Redskins. Katie Franklin will bring it into the front court, still facing the 1-2-2 zone by Shenandoah, as they have line changed again with substitutions, as Sammy Schott not afraid to go to her bench, as Katie Franklin looking for an opening, doesn't find it. Jules Hood now rolls off of the high screen, and Gabby Geiler gets it over to Jules Hood. Quick shot up, and they're going to get Caden Snow for the foul.
As the 15th foul on Shenandoah. It's only the beginning of the second quarter.
So Jules Hood will shoot two and misses the first.
The only good thing for Shenandoah is that they have so much depth that these fouls that they're racking up.
They're not real concerned about that. So, Jules Hood.
Both teams are playing very aggressive.
Second one goes 17-11 now in favor of the Zeps as Caden Snow gets it deep in the corner to Kaylee Weir. Now that's Noel. And tipped out of bounds as a return pass going to Caden Snow was tipped out by Jules Hood. So Emmy House will inbounds from the sideline. Gets it into Emmy McVicker. House has it tied up by Katie Franklin. Possession error. Points to the Zeps. So Emmy House will take it out again. As they get it back down in the corner, try to throw it inside. Nothing there. Shot went up by Monica Sievers, no good. Zeps corral the rebound though, so have another offensive possession. Goes inside. Down the lane goes Monica Sievers, and she lays it up and in.
It was a very strong take.
Yeah. Oh, and almost another steal by the Zeps as they almost tip it away from Jules Hood, but they did tip it away from her. Last touched by the Zeps. So Katie Franklin will bring it up, and she's going to be defended by Cadence Knoll and tipped out of bounds by Cadence Knoll, was giving Katie Franklin some problems handling the ball there. So Jules Hood will handle it now as she goes on the right wing to back to Katie Franklin for the three. High off the rim, no good. Rebounded by the Redskins, and that's going to be Gabby Geiler as she grabbed the rebound and tried to muscle it up, and she's going to be fouled.
Looks like they're calling that foul on number 3, Emmy House.
Yep, Emmy House picks up that one. That's her second. So Gabby Geiler will shoot 2 and makes the first one. Redskins 3 of 6 from the line so far. Next one up, no good. Grabbed by Archer on the boards. Offensive rebound. Katie Franklin gets it over to Jules Hood. Goes baseline. Tries to throw it into Archer, but it's tipped away by the Zeps, and they come on the hurry as number 10. Nice move by Monica Sievers as she lays it up and in off of the break. And here's the full court pressure again by the Zeps. Ignat tries to beat it. It's tipped away from her, and the Zeps get it up to number 5, Cadence Knoll, and she knocks it down. 23-12 for the Lady Zeps, as this one's sliding a little bit away from the Redskins as the pressure has caused them problems. As they get it across, Jules Hood has it, throws up a shot blocked by Emmy McVicker, and they come the other way.
Shenandoah's defense is just overpowering the Redskins right now.
Zeps have it, goes in the lane to Cadence Knoll. She misses the shot from about 10 feet, and Redskins bring it away as Katie Franklin comes into the front court. And the Redskins are struggling right now a little on defense, and there's another turnover as Cadence Knoll intercepts the pass, and she lays it into the other point. 7 points for Caden Knoll in this quarter as the Zeps are beginning to run away with this one as the Redskins have it now as Hood throws up a shot, rebounded by the Zeps. Kaylee Weir has it, and Monica Sievers comes to the top of the lane, shoots it, no good, gets her own rebound. Out to Cadence Knoll, and she knocks down a 3, and the Redskins are going to call a timeout. That's 10 points for Cadence Knoll in this quarter. Zeps lead at 28-12. So a big second quarter so far for the Shenandoah Zeps.
And that is all because of their defensive pressure on Caldwell, forcing them to make passes that aren't quite there, allowing the Zeps to get those turnovers and turning them into easy scores.
Easy baskets at the other end. Yeah, I don't have the Tad here for the stat sheet, so not that he could keep it anyway. So we don't know quite how many turnovers that the Redskins have committed here in this first half, but we do know this, it's too many.
And we're going to see how Coach Turner decides to go about this.
So the Zeps now just drop back into their quarter court defense as Hannah Ryder checks into the game for the Redskins, as that's there goes Hannah, and Hannah Ryder goes down the lane, puts up a shot around the screen by Allison Ignat and makes it. And quickly down at the other end, Charlie Wickham lays in one on an easy shot to make it 30-14. So trading baskets right now. Ignat has it right out top, guarded by Kinsey Brown.
There's that tight defense.
Yeah, and Ryder has it. Can't get it. Now they get it down to Jules Hood. She goes down the lane, throws up a shot, no good. Rebounded by the Zeps, and I think they're going to get Gabby Geiler on a foul. Let's see who they put it up there on. Nope, they call it on Jules Hood, and that's her first. So the Zeps have it as Kinsey Brown top of the key. Wickander had it, kicked it away as Gabby Geiler goes to the bench, replaced by Sydney Yurko. So Zepp still have it. That's Brown. Oh, goes inside. Brown throws up a shot from outside, and it is woefully short. Out of bounds. So the Redskins will bring it the other way with Hannah Ryder. And Hannah Ryder turns it over. Picked off by the Zeps as they throw one the length of the court. Intended for Charlie Wickham, but Charlie can't handle it. Bounces out of bounds. Turnover in favor of the Redskins. So here comes Jules Hood. Inside to Archer. Archer tries to go down the lane, can't get it. Gets it off to Yurko. They're rolling on the floor. And they call a jump ball, so Redskins will retain it.
It's hard for Caldwell to just find an open shot because it seems like Shenandoah is everywhere that they need to be.
Yeah. Yes. Katie Franklin replaces Allison Ignat. 30-14 the score here in the second quarter in favor of the Zeps. Inside to Sheridan Archer. She can't get it in the first time, but gets her own rebound and gets it up and in. So Sheridan goes to work with her size. Oops, and Charlie Wickham got a little confused. Turns it over. And she knew it. So the Redskins will try to take advantage of the turnover as the Redskins come into the front court. Ryder has it. Now back to Katie Franklin. Katie going right, looks inside. Oh, yeah, good. Tries to get it in to Sheridan Archer, and Sheridan Archer was being constricted in there.
Every passing lane, if you're noticing. Yeah. Shenandoah is getting a hand on that ball one way or the other.
Yep, Riley May had too much of the body, though, so they call her for the foul, and it's 1-1 now for Sheridan Archer, who has 4 points in the game. Misses the front end of the 1-1. And shot put back up by Ryder, but blocked by Charlie Wickham. And the Zeps have it as Kinsey Brown has it out on top. Maya Leach back to Brown. Brown down the lane, bounce pass over to Briley May. Briley missed a layup, but tipped out of bounds by the Redskins. And here comes the line change again by the Zeps.
And we've seen this numerous times.
Yes.
A full team swap for the Zeps.
Yep. So Emmy House will inbound now. And that's Caden Snow. As number 10, Monica Seaver shoots that one. Rebounded by Hannah Ryder, and she gets tied up trying to get out of traffic with it. And the Zeps will remain possession via the jump ball calls. Emmy House will inbound it. Gets it in to Caden Snow. Caden Snow was having a big quarter, 10 points in this quarter. As she has it. House has it. Looks inside. Over to Monica Sievers. Back. Now there's House. Kind of a wayward pass inside. Get it inside. Blocked. Whipped around. Back outside. Blocked again by Katie Franklin. Taken away and then back to Shenandoah. So they retain possession on that as Emmy House still has it. Number 10 fires the shot. That's Monica Sievers, way long, and Katie Franklin corrals it. And into the under a minute to go in the first half here as the Redskins have it. Katie Franklin tries to get a three. No. Back to Katie now. She tries the three. Short. Rebounded by Caden Snode. She comes the other way to Kaylee Weir. Back to Caden Snode. We're going to put the shot up way long, and that's taken down by Jules Hood, and they'll probably go for the last shot, trailing 30-16 in this one. Katie Franklin goes over the top. Can't get it down as Jules Hood goes for the shot, no good. Picked up by Shenandoah, and that's going to do it for the first half. The score here at Caldwell High School, 30 for the visiting Shenandoah Zeps, 16 for the homestanding Caldwell Redskins. So we'll turn it over to you. And we'll send it back to the station, and we'll be back for second half action after this. when I was getting ready to cough to bring everybody back here to Shenandoah, or to Caldwell High School. See what that does to me? Doesn't take much, trust me, folks. 30-16 in favor of the visiting Lady Zeps tonight, as they have taken advantage of way too many Caldwell turnovers in the first half. Like I said, we don't have a stats man here with us tonight. He is sidelined, but we, from setting up here and observing, we know that the Redskins are deep into the teens with turnovers. As the Zeps come out and early in the second quarter went to a little 1-2-2 full court zone press and began to cause problems for the Redskins, and allowed the Lady Zeps to push out to a 14-point lead here in the second quarter. So the Redskins just are struggling finding offense.
That is correct. A lot of the points from Shenandoah have come off of turnovers, and even so, they have not been shy to attack the paint.
Yeah, they, right now are pretty much, the Zeps are pretty much having their way on offense. They are able to get it down inside, and like I said, don't have the stats. They have missed a lot of shots from almost point-blank range, but have gotten enough off of the turnovers of the Redskins to, push this out to the 14-point lead that they now enjoy.
And even from the three-point line, Shenandoah has had some success in knocking down those big shots.
They have made, according to my calculations, only one. Maybe I missed one somewhere. I didn't count up the points. The Redskins, Katie Franklin, the only one to hit a three-pointer for the Redskins, but the Zeps doing most of their damage down inside and off breakaway layups, off of turnovers. For the scoring, we'll look at here quickly for the first half. For the Shenandoah Zeps, Kinsley Brown has 2. Emmy House did not score. Cadence Knoll had the big second quarter for the Zeps, and she has had 10 points in the first half, leading all scorers. Monica Sievers has 4. Charlie Wickham has 8. Riley Weckbacher 2, and Briley May 4. So that counts for their 30 points. And so the homestanding Redskins, Sheridan Archer has 4. Allison Ignat 2. Jules Hood 3. Gabby Geiler 2. Katie Franklin, the lone three-pointer, for 3. And Hannah Reifer off the bench had 2 for 16. So that's pretty much does. I think they cut that a little short, didn't they? The halftime.
Seems like just a minute, but
yeah.
Coming out of this half, I look for Shenandoah to keep up the pressure. If they can limit Caldwell's ability to score both inside and outside, and getting a hand on every pass, which they've been successful in for most of the game.
As that time, Maya Leach knocked that one out of bounds, which might have been better off to try a bounce pass. Jules Hood gets it to Franklin, right wing. Hood has it inside to Sheridan. Katie Franklin on the right corner, no good. Gabby Geiler on the rebound, and she's fouled. So Gabby Geiler just reached up there and kind of captured that one and got fouled. The foul will be on Briley May, her second. And Allison Ignat knocks down the first of 2. That's her 3rd point of the game. Or whoops, excuse me there, that's Gabby Geiler. And it's her 3rd point of the game. Sheridan Archer gets the missed shot and gets it back up and in. So 2 for Sheridan Archer. The Redskins and a steal by Katie Franklin as she picks the pocket. So the Redskins on a little bit of a run here.
They're applying their own pressure and giving Shenandoah a little bit of what they gave Caldwell in the first half.
And another pickoff, this time by Jules Hood on the turnover, as the Shenandoah passing game inside goes awry. Now Hood has it and balances the floor. Franklin back to Hood, fumbles it inside. Ignat, Katie Franklin knocks down a three. So here come the Redskins. Don't sell your nickel seats. 30-24, Redskins have cut it to 6. As Maya Leach tries to go down the lane. As Brown has it. Maya Leach from the corner, no good. Tipped around, controlled by Shenandoah. Over to number 32, Briley May, and she knocks it down.
And leading up to that, Caldwell was on their own 8-0 run.
Yes, that stopped an 8-0 run, and then the Redskins promptly turn it over on the inbounds pass. So Charlie Wickham will inbound it underneath her own basket. As the shot by Wickander goes up, and there's Jules Hood on the breakaway. Got it up and in.
That's a lead
32-26. Oh, that time as they lob it over quickly into Briley May, and she gets it up and in and draws the foul. So she will shoot one, and that will be on Sheridan Archer. Her first. So May puts it up, no good. And the Redskins can't control the rebound as it's tipped away from Sheridan Archer. And there's a steal, this time by Katie Franklin. And she goes all the way for the layup. So Katie Franklin having a big quarter here for the Redskins. Here comes the Zeps Charlie Wickham. And she's going to draw the blocking foul as the Redskins pushed it quickly, and that's the second one on Sheridan Archer. As Sheridan just didn't get set. So Charlie Wickham goes to the line for 2. 8 points on the night for Charlie. Up and no good. As she smiles, she'll have the second. And that one bounces around and finally drops through. As Franklin brings it in under pressure and off the foot of Charlie Wickham. So Redskins will maintain. Shenandoah trying to up the pressure again. So Ignat inbounds it to Katie Franklin. Up as it goes to Jules Hood, but over her head. Turnover, and here comes House as she pushes. And off of the fingertips of Maya Leach out of bounds. So both teams trade turnovers.
It seems like they're playing a bit too fast for their own good. Caldwell definitely trying to ride the hot wave that they've been on as of lately, but.
Yep, gets it up to Hood. Hood driving. Oh, might have traveled just a little. Throws up a one-hander, no good. As Sheridan Archer gets it up and in. And another turnover. Hood gets it as she's going all the way down, lays it up and in. And she is fouled by Maya Leach.
And just like that, we have a 3-point game.
And here comes the line change by the Redskins.
A definite turn of events for both teams.
17 points here in the first half, or in the third quarter for the Redskins. And Jules Hood's free throw in. So now we have a 2-point game, 35-33. So Zeps have it now on offense. That's Severs. Almost turn it over.
Caldwell not being shy with their pressure.
Caden Snow had it. Now that's Emmy House. Redskins really turning up the defensive pressure. As that's Severs. House has it, left wing. Back out to Caden Snow. Dribbles out, looks inside. Gets it to Wickbacker. As Severs goes down the lane, puts it up, no good. And there's the breakaway off of the rebound. And the Redskins have tied it up as Jules Hood gets that one on a nice outlet pass from Sheridan Archer. And here come the Zeps down, looking for something inside. Got a running one-hander by Kylie Weir for her first 2 of the game. Zeps trying to turn up the 2-2-1. Katie Franklin breaks it easy up and then loses control. And it's going to be picked up by Caden Snow. As here she comes the other way. House. Back to Knoll. Back to House. House puts it up, no good. Rebounded by the Zeps, no good. And another rebound as Knoll has it. Severs. Inside to Weir, she misses, but the Zeps keep it alive. This will be their 4th possession here, and that pass tipped out of bounds by Allison Ignat. So the Zeps retain possession. 3 minutes to go in the third quarter, 2-point ball game.
This is a much needed break for both teams.
Yeah, Gabby Geiler goes out as Hannah Reefer comes in. Caden Snow has it. Monica Severs in the lane, back to Knoll. House puts up a 3, no good. Rebounded by the Zeps. Emmy McVicker, and she goes to the hoop, but draws the foul on Sheridan Archer, and that's her 3rd. Somebody the Redskins can ill afford to lose.
Especially as we get later in the game.
Yes. So 21 misses the first of a 2-shot foul. Emmy McVicker, she'll have the second. And it's no good. Tipped around, recovered by Katie Franklin, and it stays with the Zeps. So the Redskins just having a hard time getting a hold of the basketball. So House will inbound it to McVicker, and it's intercepted by Katie Franklin. And good pressure that time by Caden Snow forces the turnover, as Katie Franklin just kind of lost control of it on the breakaway. As Charlie Wickham checks back in. Kinsey Brown back in. The line change again for the Zeps. As Brown has it. Looking inside, nothing there. Gets it to Wickham. Oh, nice pass inside. Missed the layup, and Allison Ignat gets it. And trapped in the corner was Allison Ignat, but she knocks it off for one of the Zeps, so the Redskins still have it, trailing by 2 with 2:24 left to go here in the third quarter. Gets it into Jules Hood. And they're going to get Brown with the foul, as she just did too much reaching. Her second. Third team foul. So Reeder inbounds. Oh, and almost picked off, but it's taken by the Redskins, and they got numbers. As Ryder throws up a shot from the top of the key, no good. Rebounded by the Zeps as Maya Leach comes the other way. as House threw up one, no good. And that's Allison Ignat with the rebound. Franklin gets it. All full court pressure by the Zeps right now. And finally, the Redskins go into their 1-3-1 set.
Looks like Caldwell definitely wants to slow it down.
Yeah. Minute and a half to go in the third quarter. There's Hood in the wing, gets it inside to Sheridan Archer, tips it away and gets it up and in. 6 points for Archer this quarter. That's Wickander, right wing. Goes inside to Maya Leach, loses it. And Briley May tries to put it up, and it's blocked. So the Redskins come the other way with it. And the ball is stripped away by May. That was Maya Leach. And rather than give up the layup, Jules Hood commits the foul. Good foul by Jules Hood. So Maya Leach will shoot 2. Has not scored in the ball game yet. And Maya's been one of their go-to girls. And bounces the first one in. So her first point of the night gives the Zeps a 1-point lead after being up 16 at halftime. And Leach, that one is short, rebounded by Archer. She finally gets it out, and they get it to her, up to Hood. She on the right wing, tries to get it to Franklin, and they're going to get Charlie Wickham on the foul in the corner.
Just being a little bit too aggressive on that one.
Her second. So the Redskins will inbound it. So they're going to let Ryder inbound it. Right in front of the Redskin bench. And it's stolen by Maya Leach as she gets her basket, first basket of the game. 40-37 now in favor of that, and they're going to get the foul on Grace Wickander. It's going to be her first, team 5th on a grab. And they get it in to Allison Ignat, and she loses control of it. And the jump ball forced. So the Redskins lose control of it. It will go to Shenandoah. As Gabby Geiler comes in and Ryder goes out. So the Zeps will bring it the other way with Kinsey Brown, Charlie. Number 15, Maya Leach tries a long one-hander, no good. But the rebound fought for, and finally Kinsey Brown gets it up and in. And that will end the third quarter with the score 42-37 in favor of the Shenandoah Zeps, but a good quarter for the Redskins.
That is for sure.
Yeah.
Caldwell has definitely ridden the hot hand to go into this last quarter. However, Shenandoah has been able to stop some of that momentum and have some for their own.
Yep, they got it going there right within about the last 2 minutes to push the lead back to 5 after the Redskins had tied it up.
It's going to be interesting to see what Coach Turner has planned as his team is down 5 going to this last quarter of play. It seems as though Shenandoah is always getting a hand on that ball.
Yeah.
With every pass, every time that somebody is on the ball carrier, there's always a defender there. Constant pressure from Shenandoah.
All the time, yeah. And the line change didn't turn out there that well in the third quarter as the Redskins outscored the Zeps 23-12 to get back in this ball game as they trail it by 5 here, beginning of the fourth quarter.
Caldwell does have to play a bit cautious.
Yeah.
You have Sheridan Archer, who has 3 fouls, if I'm correct.
Yes, you are. Yep, she's the only one in foul trouble. Jules Hood has 2. So Katie Franklin sets the offense. Now begin the 4th quarter. Inside to Gabby Geiler, saved, and nice bounce pass to Gabby Geiler, and Gabby Geiler gets it up and in for the Redskins to start the 4th quarter. That was a nice pass inside. And they're going to get Maya Leach for the travel, so the Zeps turn it over. 3-point ball game. Full court pressure. Get it into Sheridan Archer. Tipped out of bounds by Charlie Wickham. As they continue, the Zeps really trying to turn up the full court pressure. As they get it into Katie Franklin. And as they force a jump ball on the inbounds pass. And it will result in a turnover. Zeps will take it inbounds right by their fans in their court. Charlie Wickham goes baseline, has it all the way, puts up a little one-hander, too strong. Rebound to Sheridan Wickham. Sheridan Archer. And she brings it across herself. Down in low, pass stolen away by the Zeps. And here comes Charlie Wickham the other way, and it's tipped away from behind by Jules Hood. Katie Franklin tries to get it over, tipped away and recovered by the Zeps. Cadence Knoll comes up with it. Now Charlie Wickham has it. Back to Cadence Knoll. Inside to Myra Leach. Clear cross court to Charlie Wickham. And there's Emmy McVicker, tipped out of bounds on the pass as they try to go inside to Briley May, but
both teams
Archer
showing no signs of slowing down.
No.
Keeping up the intensity on both ends of the ball.
Yep. Wickham inbounds it. And the shot by Cadence Knoll is no good. Rebound is tipped out of bounds by the Redskins, so Charlie Wickham will inbound again under her own basket. As they get it in to Maya Leach, and the Zeps are going to turn it over as Briley May steps on the inbounds, out of bounds line. Inbounds, out of bounds. Yeah.
It seems as though Gabby Geiler might have gotten away with the block there. She
Yeah.
put her hip into where it forced her out, but
Yeah. As get it into Knoll. Katie Franklin has it now. Oh my. Yeah. As Allison Ignat threw up the shot, and boy, she was grabbed from behind by, I believe they're going to call it on, yep, they did. Maya Leach, her third. So Allison Ignat will shoot 2. 3-point game, 42-39. And that one long. Foul line hasn't been particularly good to the Redskins tonight. Five made free throws. That one goes down for Allison.
we have an interesting look here. We have Shenandoah only subbing
Two.
2 players
Yeah.
instead of their.
Kylie Weir comes in along with Emmy McVicker. And Allison Ignat, she got 3 on that one, I'm sorry. So she makes 2 out of 3 from the line, cuts it to a 1-point lead as here comes Brown, now tries a bounce pass, tipped away. Hood on the breakaway. And, oh, it bounces out. Wow. Yeah, that one was down and then came right back up out. So it will be 2 shots for Jules Hood.
Looks like the scores table was informing the official that the ball did in fact not go in.
Not go in, yeah, because it was down. As Jules Hood makes the first of two. And it is a timeout officially. The referees are going to talk something over, and that's never good. Somebody's going to be ejected. Yep, there is an ejection from the game. Jules Hood will now shoot the second. It is up and bounces out again. And they're going to get, let's see who they call that on. Yep, they're going to call that on Sherida Archer, and that's her fourth. Yep, so let's see what Tut Turner does now, as he's got her with 4. With 6 minutes left to go and the score tied at 42 apiece each. So right now she is staying on the floor as there's Wickham back to Brown, back to Wickham, back to Brown, back to Knoll. Weir, Knoll penetrates. Brown. McVicker, back to Brown. No. So they finally get it back to Charlie. Wickham throws it up, no good. Charlie controls the rebound, kicks it back out. As Knoll goes down, no good. Brown back to Wickham. Wickham goes in, shot up, no good. Rebounded by the Zeps. And they turn it over as the official calls it out of bounds right in front of Tut Turner. Tut really doesn't agree with that one, but
that would have been an easy 2 points.
It had been an easy 2 points for Caldwell. So the Redskins have it right in front of the scorer's bench. Ignat will inbound it. Score tied, 5 minutes left in this one. As they try to get it in and can't. As Ignat tries to get it into Franklin, bounces it off of her foot. So another turnover. So Charlie Wickham will inbounds right in front of her bench. Brown has it. Knoll. Looking. Brown. Going with the left hand. Being pressured. And it's intercepted. The pass by Ignat as she tries to get it over to Katie Franklin and tipped out of bounds. But the Redskins will retain off the turnover. So Jules Hood will inbounds it, gets it in, turned over by the Zeps. Charlie Wickham from behind the three-point line misses everything and goes out of bounds. So the Redskins get it back after the turnover as Charlie Wickham's shot fails to find anything. So the Redskins still having trouble getting it inbounds against a man-to-man pressure, so Tut Turner wants to talk it over.
That's one thing that Caldwell has had a struggle with this entire game, is working on those inbounds.
They have, yes. They've been having trouble getting it inbounds, no matter if it's underneath their own basket or on the sideline or whatever it is. I remember talking to Charlie Huggins, the late Charlie Huggins, about that, and Charlie said it's very simple. He said, you come to it and go away. And when I got to thinking about it, he was right.
The constant pressure by Shenandoah is definitely making it more difficult for Caldwell to mount any sort of momentum, especially late in this fourth quarter.
Redskins have scored 5 in this quarter. Zeps have not scored in this quarter. So the Redskins will inbound it underneath the Zeps basket, so they'll have to bring it 90 feet. And they've had trouble with that tonight, as you have alluded to. As they try to get it into Sheridan, and tipped out of bounds by Emmy McVicker on that pass. So Redskins just aren't setting any screens. And then now they got numbers. As the pass from Hood over to Gabby Geiler, and she lays it up and in, and it's turned over again, and Hood comes up with a steal, tries to get it to Geiler, and she's going to be fouled by Kinsey Brown. So the Zeps turning it over now in this game. And that is the 8th foul on the Zeps. So Allison Ignat will have the 1-and-1. The Redskins leading by 2. As Allison Ignat knocks the first one down, so she'll get the second one. Runs it out to a 3-point lead. So, boy, Jules Hood and Franklin have really done a job here in this second half as Ignat hits the second one. So it's 46-42 now with 4 minutes to go in this one. And the pressure still on the Zeps, and now they're going to get Jules Hood with the foul on a little reach over there, and that's her 3rd. And only the 6th team foul, so the Zeps will inbound it with Charlie Wickham right in front of Coach Sammy Schott. As Brown gets it now, Franklin going to pick her up and does so. And bounce pass to Briley May, and she just flat out lost control of it, and it went out of bounds. So another turnover. So the Redskins get it. And boy, that was not a good spot for Sheridan Archer. So the Redskins now have it. As they get it to Hood, but it's tipped away, thrown, and it's going to be picked up in the backcourt by Allison Ignat as she gets it over to Katie Franklin. As Coach Turner wants them to spread the floor with a 2-point lead with 3:30 left to go here in this one. Ignat now has it. Back to Franklin. Oh, she throws up a shot, in and out, no good. Rebound by Geiler. And Gabby Geiler got it blocked and then commits the foul. So that will put the Zeps to the free throw line. So, boy, not a good decision by Gabby Geiler.
Seemed to be a bit out of frustration
Yeah,
after getting
it
an
was.
offensive rebound and missing the shot.
That old adage, 2 wrongs don't make a right.
That's correct.
So that will send Emmy McVicker to the line to shoot 1-and-1. To try to, the Redskins up by 4 here in the 4th quarter. First shot is up and good.
And that is big by McVicker
Yep.
right there.
So she'll get the second. And it's no good, and that's going to be run down by Sheridan Archer. Gets it to Franklin. Franklin going, dribbling the ball, guarded by Brown. Gets it across the midcourt line, tipped out of bounds by Brown. So they bring Allison Ignat over to take it out of bounds. Allison has had some problems tonight getting it out of bounds, or getting it inbounds. They get it into Katie Franklin, and she brings it back out, closely guarded by Kinsey Brown. As they're trying to keep it away from Jules Hood, and a 5-second count on Franklin. Turnover to the Zeps as number 15 checks back in, Maya Leach.
Looks like we have a full timeout called on the
Yep.
floor.
46-43, our score in the 4th quarter here. Got a good one on our hands. We want to pay some bills, or we want to keep it here?
We can pay some bills.
Okay, we'll send it back to the station for a 30-second break, and we'll be back for fourth quarter action right after this. Don't go away. And back here at Caldwell High School, good one shaping up between the cross-county rivalry as the Redskins lead this one by 3 here in the fourth quarter against the 8-5 Zeps. Maya Leach has it as Caden Snode goes down the lane. Charlie Wickham shoots it. It's short. Rebounded by Katie Franklin. So the Redskins have it as we come to the 2:30 mark as Katie Franklin starts around Caden Snow, and Cadence picks up the foul, the 9th team foul. So Katie Franklin will go to the line for 1-1. Next one, the Redskins will be in the double bonus. Katie, just a sophomore, played a lot last year, and knocks the first one down. $11 points for Katie on the night. She's had a big second half. Up and good.
Katie's definitely come up big on the defensive end.
And here come the Zeps with some. Oh, and they're going to call a little tic-tac foul on Katie Franklin. And, or no, let's see, they called that on. Yeah, on number 1. That's Katie. That's her second. So that will send the Zeps to the foul line. Maya Leach. And Maya knocks the first one down. Zeps 2 out of 3 from the line in this quarter. 48-44 in favor of the Redskins. And that one up and in. So Maya Leach knocks down 2. Redskins get it into Katie Franklin. And they get it over the top, and Sheridan can't control it. Long pass up. And number 15, Maya Leach, gets it up and in. It counts, and she is fouled by Katie Franklin. So a big turnover that time by the Redskins, and could cost the Redskins 3 points, as they lead it now 48-47, but Leach can take care of that one with her free throw. And does. Tie ball game now, as the Redskins try to get it in, and nothing like
from Shenandoah.
Nothing like a little telegraph on where you're going to throw it by Allison. And they get it this time into up, and they force Sheridan Archer to try to dribble the ball up, and Sheridan travels with the ball. So the Zeps have it with 2 minutes left, as they will inbound as they get it into Maya Leach. She brings it across against Jules Hood, and that's Charlie Wickham. Back to Leach in the corner. Picks up the dribble, back outside. That's Maya Leach inside. And stripped away by the Redskins as they took it right away from Emmy McVicker.
There's a risky move by Archer with 4 fouls.
Yes. As Hood working against Charlie Wickham. And they're going to get Charlie Wickham with the foul. So Charlie Wickham picks up her third.
And that is now 10 for Shenandoah. So Caldwell will now be shooting 2 from here on
they will
out.
shoot 2 for the rest of the game. So Jules Hood goes to the line, score tied now at 48 apiece. Shot up and perfect.
A nice form by Hood right there to make sure she hits that shot.
Yep. So she'll have the second of the double bonus. Perfect. Redskins are up by 2 as they come with the full court pressure as Charlie Wickham advances it to Leach. Leach has it right corner, dribbling, looks inside. That's McVicker. And they get it inside. Let's see, I think that's, 32 inside. That's Briley May, and she will shoot, I believe, 1 and 1. Oh, one official says 2, but.
That is 10 fouls for Caldwell.
Oh, it is, so it's 2 shots. Excuse me. Dozed off. And that one is good. So free throw shooting pretty good by both teams down the stretch. So Briley May will have the second. Her team trails by 1. Minute and 11 left to go. And it's good. Tie ball game. As the Redskins get it in, Jules Hood on a breakaway, backs it out. Franklin has it, looks inside, nothing. Backs it out again, going to go under a minute. So don't sell your nickel seats, folks. And they're going to get a foul on a shove.
That's big for Caldwell, gives him 2 shots.
Yeah. So that foul is on Briley May, her third, so Sheridan Archer will have 2. Perfect. And she will get the second of the 2-shot foul as Maya Leach checks back in as Kinsey Brown goes out. 1 minute left in this one. Sheridan Archer makes them both.
2 big shots for Caldwell right there.
So here comes Maya Leach working, going down the lane, and blocked. And it's an outlet pass to Jules Hood. And Jules missed the layup, got it back, and tipped out of bounds. Had the breakaway, but Jules couldn't get it up and in, and it just went out of bounds, but they retained possession with 53 seconds as they get it in to Gabby Geiler. And Charlie Wickham commits the foul on Jules Hood as she tried to put it up. So that's the 4th on Charlie Wickham. So Jules Hood will go to the line with 2 shots. Leading by 2 are the Redskins. That one is totally off. Wow. Did not draw iron. Jules Hood might be a little bit tired. So she'll have the second. That one is up and that one's short. Rebounded by Carly Wickham, and she's coming across midcourt. Let's see what they call. As the ball was down, didn't go down. And I'm not sure what Jeff Gerals is thinking, but it can't be good. And he does end up with a jump ball, and I don't know what the reason was for that. Anyway, Shenandoah had possession, so the Redskins have it, and the Zeps call timeout. So we'll keep it here with the score 52 to 50, and it's a 30-second timeout, and I just didn't quite, wasn't sure what happened on that
Yeah,
that possession.
I'm not sure what the official was saying
Yeah,
with that call, but
yeah, I thought the Zeps had possession of it, and a shot went up and it bounced around on the rim and then came out, and then the whistle blew. So we're kind of a loss.
unless
here.
the official saw a wrestling match between
Something that
two
we
of the
didn't.
players.
Yeah, it was a clear across the floor from us up here, so it could have been. So the Redskins will have to inbound it, and this has been no easy task for the Redskins with 27 seconds left, up by 2. So they have to get it in. They do to Sheridan Archer. And Sheridan lost it to Briley May, and she stepped out of bounds. So it still belongs to the Redskins.
Looks like a timeout
Timeout
by Coach Turner.
Yep, Tut wants to talk it over, so he calls a full timeout. So let's pay some bills and send it back to the station on that. And back here at Caldwell High School, the excitement mounts. The Redskins lead this one by 2 as they come into the underdogs as they have it out of bounds right in front of the Shenandoah fans. Allison Ignat will take it out of bounds. And again, as we reiterate, they've had a lot of problems getting it inbounds. And they get it inbounds. And they're going to get Allison Ignat on a hold as the Redskins could not get the ball inbounds, and it was recovered by Briley May for the Redskins, and she tried to go up for the shot and got fouled. So she will have 2 shots, and that one bounces out.
Yeah, what seemed as though a desperation pass by Franklin to get out of that double team turned into a turnover. And thankfully, this first shot made them not pay for it.
And that one goes down. 1-point lead for the Lady Redskins.
A timeout by Shenandoah.
Timeout, Shenandoah, 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. And again, the Redskins will have to get it inbounds underneath the Shenandoah basket to take it the 40 or 90 feet. And like I said, it's been an adventure for the Redskins trying to get it inbounds. And a lot of times they get it into Sheridan Archer, and Sheridan is not a ball handler.
No, she is not.
And if the Zeps do anything well, I would think they'd want to force her to handle it if they can, if they have to get it inbounds. But again, Allison Ignat goes to the line to throw it inbounds, and she has struggled there.
The constant pressure by Shenandoah has allowed Caldwell to come up with these mistakes.
Sheridan gets it to Katie Franklin, and finally is fouled by Candid Snode, and that will send Katie Franklin to the line for 2 shots with 8 seconds left on the clock. Redskins lead by 1. 2 free throws made here would really be big for the Redskins. So Katie, just a sophomore, puts it up perfect. Big free throw.
And a nice touch on that release as well.
And this is the big one. That one is perfect. So, timeout, Shenandoah. So, it's a 30-second timeout, so we can keep it here. The Redskins lead this one 54-51, as they have absolutely dominated the second half of this ball game.
That is correct, and a big question is going to be what Shenandoah decides to do out of this timeout, because they have the length of the floor and only 8 seconds to make up for those 3 points.
And even if they score a 2-pointer, it's going to be under 5 seconds. So the Redskins, I'm sure Coach Tut Turner is telling his ball players, all you have to do is jump out of bounds with the ball and the game's over. See, the clock does not stop in high school basketball like it does in college. So the Redskins can afford to give up a 2-point basket because they're going to have to bring it to length of the floor, and it will be under 5 seconds by the time that happens.
Yep, and Caldwell has
So
Archer all the way at the paint.
Yeah, yep, and there it comes, you know. And there's a 3-point shot, no good. And the rebound there, and the Redskins have pulled off the upset 54-51 over the Shenandoah Ladies Eps. So a really good second half for the Lady Redskins. We'll send it back here in just a minute, but it's a 54-51 victory for the Redskins as they trailed by 16 at halftime and come back and put together two really good quarters and win this one 54-51. So a big win for the Lady Redskins tonight. So let's send it back to the station and we'll get the scoring done here, and then we can wrap things up. And back here at Caldwell High School, the Lady Redskins emerged from this cross-county rivalry victorious tonight as they come from 16 down in the first half to outscore the Shenandoah Zeps 38-21 in the second half and put a victory on the board as they now go to 7-9 and the Zeps fall to 8-6 for the season. And just an unbelievable second half by the Lady Redskins as they just took advantage and of turnovers and got some wide open shots and in all honesty, outplayed the Zeps from the all during the second half. There was just no question about that. And the Zeps lost the lead, and then it just couldn't get it back.
Yeah, Caldwell decided to apply the same pressure that Shenandoah had been torching them with in the first half, and they were able to capitalize it fantastically. From scoring 16 points in the first half to finishing the game with 54, and then only allowing Shenandoah to score 21 in the second half. Really good job by the Lady Redskins.
Really good job. So hats off to them and Tut Turner as they do a nice job there. Let's take a look at the scoring for the visiting Shenandoah Zeps. Kinsey Brown finishes the game with 4. Caden Snow with 10, one of the 2 Zeps with double figures. Monica Sievers checks in with 4. Maya Leach ends up with a good second half as she got all 8 of her points in the second half, but not enough. Emily McVicker with 1. Charlie Wickham held below her average as she only scores 9 points and only 1 in the second half. 1 free throw for Charlie. Riley Wickbacker 2, and then Briley May in double figures with 11. And Maya Leach and Briley May did most of the damage in the second half for the Zeps as Briley May scored 7 points and Maya Leach scored 8. So that was theirs in the second half. But we look at the scoring now for the victorious Caldwell Redskins. Sheridan Archer in double figures with 12 as she has a good second half as she finished with 8 points in that second half. Allison Ignat with 7 as she made 5 out of 7 free throws down the stretch in the second half for the Redskins. And Jules Hood just is Jules Hood. She just had 3 points in the second half, gets 8 in the third and fourth quarter for 11, and hit 4 free throws that helped everything. Gabby Geiler played well, had 6 points in the second half for a total of 7. And Katie Franklin really did a nice job all over the floor, getting all kinds of turnovers, and ends up the leading scorer of the evening with 14 points. And boy, she made 4 big free throws in a row in the fourth quarter. And she finished with 11 points in the third and fourth quarter, and really played well for the Redskins, I thought. And Hannah Ryder finishes with 2. So that it makes it 54-51 as the Redskins come out of this with a win, and a big one for the Redskin girls.
For sure, and you can easily see Caldwell is definitely wanting to rely on Katie Franklin, especially dribbling the ball up the floor, being their main point guard. Jules Hood does have, she hasn't been relied on as much, but she has been there when it is counted. She's open on those fast breaks. She's taking that time to get those open looks in the paint. Yeah, she has a feeling for that, and she just has a feeling that that rebound is going to be controlled, and then she releases, and we know Sheridan Archer knows to look for her. And that results in some easy baskets for the Redskins, and it did tonight. So,
the Zeps had the 16-point lead, but then let the Redskins hang around, and Redskins got a hot hand and got into the lead and was able to hold it and come away with the win.
And like we said before this game started, we said whoever can capitalize on their defensive pressure in the end is going to come away with the win.
And that's probably, that's not probably, that's what did happen, is the Redskins forced a ton of turnovers in that fourth quarter and got some easy baskets and got to the free throw line as a result of it. So that being said, our tip of the hat to Tut Turner and the Redskins ladies as they come away with the victory tonight. So that being said, I think we can wrap it up and say good night, everyone.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Doan Ford, West 40 Auto Sales, WB Green Insurance, Fresh Start Flooring, Snode State Farm Insurance, Crum-Richards Insurance, Southeastern Med, and patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance. This has been a presentation of ABC Sports.